Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And this game is the culmination and the collision of two undefeated teams, two teams that had defied the odds and come through this season unblemished. Now, each looking to take one final step and become a college football undefeated national champion. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, a crew looking to make a strong statement, taking on a team from the Big 12, a group that has a lot to prove here today. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And the runner takes off to his right. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. He'll hand it off. That picks up a 1st down. We'll spot it at the 39.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the 1st down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Spins away from defenders. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Testing the right side here. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And the tailback's got it again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on 3rd down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big 3rd down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. He's got some room. Can he get there? And wow, that is how you kick off a national championship game, Kirk.
Man, Chris, you're exactly right. This offense came out with a mindset that they're not going to wait around and wait for this defense to get settled in. They're going to punch them straight in the mouth and assert themselves. What a championship-level statement that was.
And it's 7-0 after the BAT. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught on the outside. It's Fleming. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Well, if you're not careful as a quarterback, this is the kind of route that defensive back wants to jump and get in front of for an interception and maybe a touchdown going the other way. But this time, the receiver runs it well, brings it in, and then gets out of bounds.
A completion makes it 2nd and short. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught, completion. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Looking to throw yet again. That's caught. It's Fleming.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
Off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 2. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. This time, a completion. And moves the ball to the 35 and another first down.
Hey, I don't blame the defense here at all, Chris, for bringing the blitz. It's 3rd down and short. You got to get pressure on the quarterback, but you got to tip your cap to this quarterback. I think he was anticipating the blitz, so he's able to get the ball out of his hands quickly and pick up the first down.
The pass rush closing in. And he cannot escape. Defense with a sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
The sack sets up 2nd down. Offense looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch. It's Fleming.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
So now from the 29, it's 3rd down and short. You see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown. Game moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Oh, it's snapped to the back. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is the national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. Man, that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Here comes the point after attempt. And he knocks it right through. Now they get set to kick it away. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from that 20-yard line. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Catch made on the out route. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. Come to the line for second down and very short now. They'll hand it off. That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space, and like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And now the handoff. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a second and 2.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football when everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football. This offense has been pounding the rock all year long, and here, how about the first half? This back is having a big day.
There's the handoff. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Nowhere to run up the middle.
The offense has had really good rhythm in this drive, running the ball, throwing the football. It seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
Quarterback now all alone in the backfield. Looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Oh, and it's dropped by a normally very reliable receiver. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. The back's got it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
After a first down loss, it's second and long from the 23. From the shotgun, drops back. Lets it go under heavy pressure, takes a shot. Caught way downfield for a huge gain.
Now we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
Extra point makes the lead 4. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Here comes the offense, hoping to get a drive going. Here's the handoff. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it here. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, it's going to cost you.
Incompletion sets up a second down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
Offense comes out to start this drive. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. That's caught. It's Humphries. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. They add the extra point, and the lead now is 11, 21-10. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. You'll call for the fair catch here. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Oh, it's dropped off the tip by the defense there. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
Tipped and then dropped. Chance to make a play, but instead it's 3rd down.
This secondary knows how to keep their eye on the football and how to break on the ball. I thought the receiver was open. I thought it was going to be a completion. It gives you an idea of how instinctive and how athletic he is by getting into the way of that and knocking it away.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And looking for a big play here. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. Handoff to the back. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
Takes the ball and heads to the left. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
2nd down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And there's the handoff. He makes the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes, the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Defense is coming after him. And he throws it away there, avoiding a mistake on 3rd down, and now a 4th down decision coming up. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. And the field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
The snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So they settled for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. The secondary backed up off the ball now. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Receiver makes the grab and uses his speed to pick up solid yardage. The gain moves the ball to the 39. It'll be 1st down. There's the snap, looking to throw the ball. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They bring him down, but the gain sets up the offense 1st and goal from the 10. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. First and goal, a good chance to chip away at the lead before halftime.
Get set.
Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Makes the grab. Can he get there? Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Solid gain puts him in good position for second down and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. He goes nowhere. Back-to-back stops by this defense. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. Holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Here we go, back in the red zone. 0 for 2 scoring touchdowns here so far, and it's 3rd and goal. And the delay of game penalty will push the offense back 5. Now back at the 7, it's 3rd down and goal. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. 3rd and goal, looking to throw for it.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And they'll set up with a PAT. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Fielded in the end zone. It's O'Brien. Hard running through a tackle. And he steps out of bounds at the 15. That's where they'll start the drive. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? First down, looking to throw the football. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. Brought down after a short return, but the interception gives the offense the football at the 40.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Incomplete with 4 seconds remaining. Time for just one more play.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Defense not pressing this time. And throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he's going to launch it deep again. And the pass falls incomplete. No time left on the first half clock. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Offense makes their way on the field. Looking to throw it on first down. It's an out route. The catch made. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes this defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Snags the quick throw. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss. Just having one of those dream performances.
Now it's second down here. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Makes a quick catch. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Here's the target, and it's complete. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Back-to-back big plays. Defense is reeling. Set up 1st and goal now. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Caught near the goal line. Another touchdown strike. You win national championships with elite quarterback play. And Kirk, this guy's putting on a show.
I mean, this is a national championship. You imagine having this kind of performance? This is something that we'll always remember. Right now, this defense is overmatched with his ability to throw the ball and the receivers' jobs of running routes. Everything's in sync right now.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the offense looking to start the drive. Keeping it on the ground here. That gain moves the ball out near the 25.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Same tailback, another carry. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
No press here. The defense backing away. On the handout, they'll test the right side here. Breaks loose at the 45. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country, and they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. You either get the ball out faster, or the offensive line's got to do a better job of taking care of their guy.
Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Boy, the defense missed an opportunity to here put a lot of pressure on this offense. They allow them to convert. They could have got them to 4th down with the lead that they have. Boy, this could have been a knockout punch.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
You know, they don't pick up the 1st down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
Looking to throw again. It's a quick grab. They bring him down, but not before he gains 1st down yardage.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
Here we go, 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets him right back into this game. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Second down and goal upcoming. Quarterback drops back. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Third and goal, looking to throw the ball. So a long, methodical scoring drive, great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
PAT is good. They still trail, though. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Single back, takes the handoff. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
getting set. Second down play here. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Ball carrier brought down what is the final play of this third quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. He'll hand it off. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
And I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he'll set up to throw. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. Third and long from the 42. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Picked off, a crucial turnover. Can he take it all the way? And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their opponent a chance to get back into the game, and they've done it.
Offense on the field to take over. The DB's backing off from the line now. They'll run it to the left. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
First down here for this offense. It's press coverage now from these DBs. On first and 10, looking to throw. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Tackle made after the completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
That completion makes it second and medium. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Now the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's first and 10. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
Well, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
They're going to run it.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Here's the point after attempt. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. This line getting set up. It's a first down play.
6-9-1, Gator score. Lasso.
He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looks to his left and makes the completion. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down to the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Quick completion to the tight end.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And he drops back in the gun. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Here's the 2nd down play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. He's got some room and some blockers here.
Oh, Chris, you're in the 4th quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost. Everything is flipped in the other direction.
1st and goal. They need points, but it wouldn't hurt to also milk the clock a bit. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. All right, 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Handoff inside, looking for the touchdown. That's another touchdown, a dream performance from this running back on the biggest possible stage.
I mean, Chris, we're talking about the national championship. This defense has had a lot of time to prepare. They've heard all about him. In fact, they told us the only chance we have to win this game is we've got to stop their ability to run the ball and stop their running back. So far, they're struggling.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. This one will be fair caught. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
So behind the 6, 2nd and long from their 14. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job at taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
Launching downfield. Makes the catch downfield. We reached the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? Here's a 1st and 10 play. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking for his big tight end. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Back to throw again. Makes a quick grab. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now. They continue to march toward a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Fox. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a 2nd or 3rd option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
And it's caught. They've got him, but that completion good enough for 1st down yardage. Timeout called by the defense, their 1st of the half as they try to make some adjustments here. Big opportunity for the offense to tie this game up in the 4th quarter. It's 1st and goal. They flip it to him on the jet sweep.
Chris, this is why we always talk about yards after the catch. He makes this catch. He's nowhere close to getting into the end zone, but his athletic ability allows him to get it in for the touchdown. Now here we are, under 2 minutes to go. Do you kick the extra point to tie it, or do you roll the dice and go for 2 to potentially take the lead?
Offense is out there. Here comes a 2-point conversion attempt. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
And, Chris, I just don't know. Here we are in the 4th quarter. You're down by 1. The extra point ties the game. I guess they decided to try to take the lead by going for 2, but they miss it, and now they're still down by 1. I don't like the call.
Lined up in regular kickoff formation here. 2 timeouts, final minute. I'm not sure they've done the math here. Surprised they're not going for the onside kick. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They stop him right at the 24.
Another positive gain by this back. I'm telling you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that 2nd level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the playoff. That'll cost him 5 yards. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. Second down play coming up for this offense. Looks like the quarterback will just take a knee here. That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk. National champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.